I can't really recall how many times I've visited the emergency department since 2015, and it's now 2018, nearly 2019. So I've been there, I would say, 10 times. I don't know, I'm guessing, but it'll be around that number. On various visits, sometimes it's been very busy, and sometimes it hasn't been busy at all. What I mean by busy, there's been ambulances arriving. There was one guy that came in with a swollen tongue, so obviously he had to get priority. Yeah, so I've been there in mixed settings. The environment, well, the environment changes drastically in the emergency department. It can be quiet one minute and really busy the next. I've been there on both occasions when it's been really busy, and I've been there when it's been not busy at all. When I've been in the waiting room, I've always been pretty anxious and fidgety, um, heart going 1,000 miles an hour, going through a panic attack or something similar, um, because I don't really like waiting in waiting rooms. I used to suffer from agoraphobia years ago, and being in a crowded waiting room, I feel that everybody's looking at me, wondering why I'm here, when it's obvious when you look at the other patients that you can see why they're here, because of broken arm, broken leg, they're in pain, or, you can normally tell while people are there, but you can't really tell why I'm there, and I get embarrassed about that. I can't tell you whether it's helpful or not, because they didn't explain to me anything. Um, so I suppose it would have been more helpful if they'd have said, look, there's a few people in front of you because of, various injuries that they have. So I can't give you a definite time, but I'll keep you in the loop so you're not feeling so anxious. And it would be nice if, like now and again, one of the nurses just said, we haven't forgotten about you. There's a couple of people in front, etc. I don't know whether that's possible or not, but that would be helpful to me in the waiting room. Was I seen within a respectable time? Yeah, usually within 2 hours. But by then I'm really, really anxious and really, really fidgety. So I really feel like going. Um, if it's over 2 hours, I think on occasion I've gone up to the triage nurse and said, look, there's obviously people here with, more drastic injuries than mine. I'm going to go because I feel embarrassed and I don't really want to wait much longer. So I've done that on one occasion. Yeah, again, the emotions I'm going through is anxious, embarrassment because people are watching me. Um, Sometimes I have felt like I've been just left when there's other nurses coming in and talking to the triage nurse and having a laugh, etc., etc. And you can see that, I'm waiting there and nobody's come to see me or told me what's going on. And they're obviously not busy because they're talking about what they did last night or whatever. And I can hear them behind the triage station. In an ideal world, I suppose for me, it would be good for me to be taken to I know there's a mental health room with cameras in it. If I could go and sit there rather than sit in the main waiting room, and then on one occasion, only one I must add, a nurse did sit with me in that room until a doctor was ready to see me. But obviously, if the ED's busy, you can't expect a nurse to sit with you. But there's cameras in that room, so can't somebody monitor you by camera? I don't know. But that would be in an ideal world, because I'd be able to wait longer, I wouldn't feel so anxious. I wouldn't feel so embarrassed about people looking at me. I think I would be able to stay there longer rather than wanting to go home. There is reading material in that room, brochures, but I mean, perhaps maybe some books could be brought into that. I don't know, but anything but the waiting room for me, because it's pretty traumatic for me to wait in that waiting room. Even playing phone games on my phone, it still doesn't kind of calm me down. I can't concentrate on things like that.